This month on Images, a world-famous traveling art exhibit will be making its way to the Cleve Carney Art Gallery. A week of activities honor our nation's veterans. And College of DuPage's horticulture program offers experiential hands-on learning. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Happy holidays and welcome to Images. I'm your host, Rio Almaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Our program is a great way to stay connected with everything happening at your community college. Hundreds of art lovers gathered at the McAninch Arts Center for a press conference officially announcing that the artwork of pioneering influential artist Frida Kahlo will be on display at the Cleve Carney Art Gallery in June of 2020. The event kicked off 2 years of performance and educational programming based on the collection and honored special guest Alan Peterson, who is credited for making this possible.
This is our Frida Kahlo 2020 exhibition kickoff party. And there's really two reasons why we're here. One is to honor Alan Peterson, who is a gentleman who lives in Glen Ellen, who is a real supporter of the MAC and the college. And he was like, what can we do to really elevate the level of the college and the MAC? And he said, I have this friend, and he owns Frida Kahlo's art. And I was like, really? And we started talking and exploring the possibility. And so we're here to say, a year later, it's happening. We are bringing Frida Kahlo's art to the College of DuPage for an exhibition in 2020.
What this exhibition means for the college is our ability to not only celebrate and note important cultural events in the life of the country and the world, but to also bring together scholars and students and citizens and residents and taxpayers and all kinds of people around the country to celebrate not only Frida Kahlo, but the rich culture of America.
I think the board approved the artwork coming here because we do recognize the incredible impact that the MAC has on DuPage County. It's much beloved by all of our District 502 residents and beyond. So this really does, again, give us a way to support the arts, to introduce some innovative curriculum opportunities and ideas, and to really have an event that the entire campus and our community can really get invested in and get around.
On behalf of the Honorable Carlos Jimenez Macias, Consul General of Mexico, he asked me to express his most sincere recognition for bringing Frida Kahlo's exhibition to the Midwest and for using art to build a new bridge of understanding between our two countries.
It really elevates McAninch Performing Arts Center and really elevates the gallery part of the Performing Arts Center, which is really incredible. In addition to that, the hundreds of thousands of people that will come through is really amazing. And what I think is unique for us, because this has been to different museums and in different countries, but we're a college, so we can do educational programming, and we're a performing arts center, so we can do music, theater, and dance performances to support it. So I personally think in this day and age, it's just a really incredible opportunity for students, for faculty, for the community.
For more information or to sign up for updates as we get closer to the artwork arriving, visit their page at frida2020.com. College of DuPage celebrated Veterans Day 2018 with an entire week of activities in honor and recognition of all who have served this country. From uniform displays to the annual read-in, Images looks at the college's continued tradition of welcoming and supporting our nation's veterans, current service members, and reservists.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed, at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad
Thank you for joining us here today. As the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq draw down and require fewer of our men and women, it is really a bittersweet moment. While I'm delighted to have those men and women, those warriors, come home away from danger, I also realize that it is during these times that it is easiest to forget those still in the fight. We have millions of veterans in the U.S. now, and many of them served in combat, many of them did not. The point is that all of them raised their right hand and said an oath to the Constitution to defend it against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I think that volunteer duty, and in some cases draft duty, because a lot of people were drafted, is just something we need to recognize, because they've provided so much for our country, and they do it at such a high cost many times.
When civilians and leaders send people to war, that they must do so with a sense of purpose that is good and right, and that truly serves mankind. Because otherwise, the grind of war is an extraordinary sin against the dignity of mankind.
An event like Veterans Day is important for COD because we all know a friend, a colleague, a loved one who is has been part of the military, who is a serving veteran or has served or given their life in service. It's a day that we honor those veterans.
So the Honor Guard is a member organization, it's a not-for-profit as well, of veterans that are made up of vets from all over DuPage County and even some from collar counties. They're going to be here to represent all the branches of the military, as well as our missing in action and POWs. And the organization's been around for approximately 5 or 6 years. Like I said, a lot of vets, mostly vets represented, and they'll be doing that during the color ceremony. The 12th annual read-in happening in SSC 2201, and that's essentially where people come together and read either personal stories or anecdotes from their military service or someone else's military service that was close to them. During that whole time, we also have representatives from a few different organizations here. So we have a representative from the Road Home program, and then we also have the Veteran Assistance Commission here represented. And then the other thing is the college does have a foundation fund as well as scholarships for student veterans. So I would encourage students to apply, and I would encourage those that are looking for a way to contribute to possibly consider donating to those funds.
Coming up next, use your green thumb with College of DuPage's horticulture program. Images gives us an inside look at this growing field and how you can get your training right here at COD.
So, you're passionate about working with nature, science, and art. You have a desire to care for the environment and love the outdoors. And you want to be part of an industry that supports creativity, design, and sustainability. Let the horticulture program at College of DuPage help you get started working in a unique field where you can create your own niche. Horticulture is a growing industry with a constant need for new qualified workers to fill a wealth of diverse employment opportunities. There are over 2,000 new hires each year in the Chicago metropolitan area alone. Whether you're a recent high school graduate, looking for a career change, or simply wanting to increase your skills in specific areas, COD offers classes to fit just about anyone. And with a wide range of associate degree and certificate programs in horticulture, College of DuPage can help you reach your goals. The program is accredited by the National Association of Landscape Professionals and the Equipment and Engine Training Council and serves a vast, growing student population each semester. Students are provided opportunities to develop knowledge and skills in a wide range of topics. Study areas that include hydroponics, greenhouse management, plant identification, horticulture business, turf management, landscape design, CAD and 3D design, small engine repair and maintenance, sustainable urban agriculture, floral design, and more.
My overall experience with the COD horticulture program has been really positive. I didn't know what to expect going in, but I've always heard the college has a good reputation, and it's really just exceeded all of my expectations. I mean, from the professors and the classes and the fact that it's super challenging and very hands-on. I'm really pleased. I think it's a great choice that I made, especially in such a major career change.
There's so much you can learn out and about, but COD provides you with so much other tools and necessities you can have for working outside. And you can also bring another perspective from the class level to the actual field, working field.
My experience has been overwhelmingly positive. There's one professor in particular who's just been very supportive and really challenges us to address things that we normally take for granted and to find different ways to look at them.
Each instructor in the COD horticulture program is not only knowledgeable and passionate about horticultural practices, all have years of professional experience working in the industry and hold various certifications. And the advanced facilities at College of DuPage use the latest industry technology for students to gain hands-on, real-world experience in every class. The program continuously adapts to stay current and relevant to industry needs and has strong industry input, support, and involvement. Landscape design students learn and use the latest innovative CAD and 3D software to create business and residential landscape designs for mock clients. In our 12,000 square foot greenhouse lab, students have the opportunity to grow and propagate a variety of crops. They learn integrated pest management techniques, production practices, and plant identification. Students also learn and practice various sustainable initiatives.
The hands-on experience of the classes are what I love the most. I am definitely a very tactile learner, and being able to actually get my fingers in soil and get my fingers on plants really allows me to absorb the knowledge that's being taught.
I thought the facilities were really professional, and once I got to know the teachers, I just really was impressed by how passionate they are and how invested they are. A lot of them are working full-time in the industry, and so they bring that real-world experience to the classroom.
There is also a 1-acre outdoor landscape learning lab where students practice landscape construction, landscape maintenance, plant identification, pruning, and have a chance to develop landscape designs. And the newly constructed Sustainable Urban Agriculture Lab offers a hands-on approach to becoming a professional in the field of urban farming and sustainable urban agriculture. Opportunities for off-campus field experiences are offered as well. Students are able to attend conferences with peers and industry leaders, join in networking events, and even enter state and national competitions, including the National Collegiate Landscape Competition.
I think what COD does very, very well is they're always listening to the industry. It's definitely not an ivory tower program where academics aren't really sure what's happening on the street or happening out in the marketplace. They do a really good job connecting with our industry, using their alumni steering committee, using their alumni contacts, and trying to find ways that they can always be improving the program so that makes sense when people come out and say, oh, I learned that in school. I had an internship that covered that. We did a class that covered that. And that's really important because employers, that just makes their ears go up when they know, okay, this person's going to be able to hit the ground running.
Many students in the program pursue internships to gain valuable work experience in the industry, applying knowledge learned in the classroom and earn college credit. The 3 associate degrees and many certificate options have an internship requirement.
It's been great. I mean, I really have hands-on experience tending to a bunch of different types of gardens. So it's great to be able to work with a bunch of different plant material and learn it really hands-on.
It's really helped me see what's out there. And I think that for young students, the internship is so beneficial, and College of DuPage really promotes that. It's part of their degree program. You get to work with people who you might be in industry, talking to landscapers, talking to professionals. So it's a great experience.
Clubs and organizations are also a big part of college life. The COD Horticulture Club provides students with a connection to academics, topical sharing, hands-on experiences, and even community service opportunities. The horticulture program is designed with your schedule in mind, offering classes in every area during the day, evening, online, and hybrid format. Dual credit and online opportunities are also offered to local high schools for students that want to get a jump start on their career and earn college credits.
It is a very robust job market right now, and I think if students are open to obviously bringing their skills to the position, but also then being open to having those skills be deepened by their on-the-job training, they're going to be green industry professionals for a long, long time.
I would absolutely recommend the horticulture program to somebody else because it's affordable, they're willing to work around your schedule, and they have a breadth of knowledge that really is hard to find anywhere else.
I do recommend the horticulture department here at COD. If anyone wants to take any classes, by all means, it's a great experience to come here and be part of this college, and also the horticulture department. They can learn so much from it, and then for sure the professors are 100% awesome.
I would absolutely recommend the program. I think if you're straight out of high school and you're still deciding, or you're making a career change like I am, or you're in the industry and you just want to learn a little bit more, there's something for everybody. I think whatever your interest is in horticulture, there's a program or a certificate here for you, and I would absolutely recommend College of DuPage.
Students from the horticulture program at College of DuPage gain fundamental and advanced education and hands-on experience. Follow your desires. Do something that makes you happy every day. Consider a career in horticulture and explore the myriad of jobs that can make a difference in your life and the lives around you. To get started, visit cod.edu/horticulture.
Whether you're hosting a festive gathering or simply want to broaden your menu, try crafting a dessert that's fast, easy, and unique. COD's chef Chris Thielman shares his recipe for chocolate pâte de crème.
Hello, and welcome again to another episode of In the Kitchen with Chris. Today we are going to be making chocolate pot de crème. It's spelled pots de crème, but it's actually pronounced pot de crème. And it loosely translates to pots of cream. It's a French baked custard. So really, really yummy. It's very, very simple. And one of the nice things about this dessert is that you can make it the night before and then serve it to your guests the next day. So you don't even have to do it the same day because it holds beautifully in the refrigerator. So the first thing we need to do is caramelize sugar. Now, some people get a little skittish and a little nervous about this, but all you're really gonna do is melt sugar. This is granulated sugar, and I'm putting it in a pot. And then I'm going to take a high heat rubber spatula, okay? And I'm gonna turn the heat up all the way on high. So literally what we're doing is we are melting the sugar in the pot. We're going to turn it a beautiful golden brown color, and then we're going to add our cream and milk, which has been steeping with vanilla bean. Okay? So this will take just a couple of minutes, depending on how hot the heat is on your range top. So as you can see, it's just barely starting to melt, because I have the heat turned all the way up on high. And don't be worried about the smoke. Don't be nervous about it, okay? The only thing I want to warn you about is that this sugar is about 450 degrees. So you don't want to put your finger in it to taste it. That would be a really bad idea because it's going to stick to your finger, okay? So turn this down just a touch. Okay, so it is starting to melt, as you can see. Okay, alrighty. All right. Okay, we've got some caramelized brown sugar, as you can see in the pan. Okay, nice and toasted. Now I'm going to take this and pour it right in. Add a little and stir. Add a little and stir. Add the rest. Stir it all in. Okay? So as you can see, I've got a large rubber spatula. Okay? I do not like the small ones. Often in the bake shop, we're stirring things where, like this example you just saw, we made a whole bunch of steam that came up off the pot. So we're going to turn it back on low, just the heat. And now we're going to stand here and stir for just a minute or two. All right? So essentially what you're doing at this point is you are dissolving all of the caramel that you made in the pot into the milk and the cream. So we're going to stand here and stir for a minute. Okay. And also, if it takes a few extra minutes, don't worry about it, okay? Essentially, all you're really trying to do is you're trying to get all of it dissolved in. If you get like 90%, 95%, it's fine, okay? The caramel is there to add a little background flavor to the chocolate pot de creme. Okay, so that's about done, okay? All right, so now we're going to take a bowl, and we're going to take our chocolate, okay? So this is semi-sweet chocolate. I like 61%, and incidentally, the 61% is the amount of cocoa mass. The higher that number, the more bitter the chocolate. The lower that number, the more sweet the chocolate. So for example, this is 61%, so it's going to be sweeter. If I was to use 82 or 90%, my finished product would be a little bit more bitter. Either one is fine, it's your personal preference. So now I'm going to take my yolks and my eggs, and I'm going to pour it right on top of the chocolate. Okay, so this is now ready to go. And so I'm going to add a little bit of this, and I'm going to stir. Okay, please notice I'm not throwing it all in at one time. I'm adding just a little bit, then I'm stirring it in. So the heat is going to melt the chocolate. So add a little bit, and you keep stirring, and as you can see, it's starting to melt all the chocolate in the bowl. And now we're going to add the rest. So stand there and stir for about a minute, and it will bring everything all together. And it's going to make your mixture that still has to be baked in the oven. So, as you can see, the vanilla bean is still in there, so I need to take that out. And you can see how it's turned into a nice smooth mixture. Now this is ready to be baked. Grab a pair of tongs and grab that vanilla bean out of there. As soon as I find it, there it is. Okay. Okay, so now this is ready to go into our cups. All right, so what I've done, everyone, is I have gotten coffee cups, all right? I got coffee cups on purpose just to show that you don't have to buy any special molds for this. You can use coffee cups that are already in your house kitchen, okay? And they work beautifully. So I also have the amount for this recipe for 4. So I do not have it filling the coffee cups all the way because I'm going to garnish it with whipped cream and a chocolate cigarette. So I intentionally left it low. And one of the other instructors in the program said, hey, you know what's a great idea too? Is that if you're at a party, you can just walk around like this and you don't have to worry about dropping it because it's a great handle too on the coffee cup. I thought, that's an excellent idea. All right, so what we need to do is we need to add water to the pan. So I've already heated up this water to almost boiling. Okay, and now we're going to take our mixture and we're going to add it into this because it's a little bit easier to pour out of. Okay, all right, and now we're going to add an equal amount to each one. So I always like to add a little bit to each one and then come back and add a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty even. Okay, now The reason that we added water into the pan is so that it makes it bake more slowly and evenly. If you didn't have the water in the pan, what happens is the porcelain has a tendency to get really hot and it goes from cooked to overcooked in like no time flat. So the water slows the whole process down and makes it cook much slower and more evenly. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to bake it in the oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. And the way you tell it's done is you shake the pan ever so slightly, and there's a jiggle because it's obviously loose right now. Okay, so if you did it right now, you can see it's jiggling because it's very liquid. And so when that jiggle is gone in about 20 to 25 minutes at approximately 300 degrees, it'll be done. So let's bake this in the oven. Welcome back. All right, I have baked the chocolate pot de creme in the oven. They took about 23 to 24 minutes, and then I put them in the refrigerator for a couple hours. So now I have my chilled pot de creme, and as you can see, it made 4 portions, okay? These portions are a little bit on the small side because this is a very, very rich dessert. I would not recommend filling it all the way up because that's a lot of really rich chocolate pot de creme. So I intentionally filled them about halfway. So now what I'm going to do is finish them with a garnish. So I've got some heavy whipped cream that I sweetened and added a little vanilla. You can also go to the store and buy the stuff in the can if you'd like, or you can make it yourself. Of course, I made it myself because I like the flavor much better. And I've got some chocolate cigarettes that we're going to use as a garnish. So the chocolate cigarettes are available commercially, or you can use any kind of chocolate decoration, or you can even just shave chocolate on top. Doesn't really matter. What I do recommend though is that you add a little bit of chocolate because the chocolate pot de creme is soft, the whipped cream is soft, and it's nice to have a little texture in there. You could use a cookie, really you can use pretty much anything you want. So now we're going to garnish them. And so we're going to take our whipped cream and we're going to add a little bit right in the middle so you can still see the chocolate around it. Okay, and now we're going to add our chocolate decoration. And again, if you wanted to add more whipped cream, less whipped cream, it doesn't really matter. Okay, whatever your personal taste is totally acceptable. Alrighty, so now our chocolate pot de creme is ready, and so it's time for the best part of what I do on In the Kitchen with Chris. It's time to taste. Thank you very much for coming today. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you learned something. Remember, chocolate pot de creme is not that difficult to make, and you can make it the night before, which is an excellent idea for a party. So you can have the dessert totally ready to go, and you can relax with your guests. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
There's always so much happening at College of DuPage. Be sure to watch Images every month to stay on top of it all. I'm Rio Almaria, and have a safe and happy holiday.